Oh, no, no, no. No, 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 no. They're going to get out. They're going to get out. They're going to get out. Nope, Blizzard, come here. And we did do some downsizing before the surgery, but we still have more that we want to change around, downsize, and do. But nope, nope, nope. Go, Blizzard, go.
Run, Blizzard, run!
They're all attacking us.
They're so scary.
I'm going to have to figure out what we need to do about that, or if it's close enough that it's not going to be a big deal. Because like I said, there's not tons of them, so... Oh, ants. I knew I got ants on me somewhere. There's ants on that tray. The whole thing is like that, so... Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank y'all for joining us today. If you're not subscribed, be sure to go down, click that subscribe button, share this video with all your friends, help us spread what's going on around here. As y'all know, Kimberly's down from her recent surgery, and well, there's just a lot of work to do on the farm, and it is way too much for one person to do. So it took a lot of talking and deciding, but Kimberly and I decided to take on a couple of business partners to try to help us get through this season, at least while she's down, and see how it goes. I'll tell you a little bit more about that later. But if y'all remember, we did the mycorrhizal fungi trial video a little while back. Well, we're going to show you some results from that and hopefully get some more stuff planted in the garden and bring you along with us, and maybe we can see if there's a difference in the fungi plants versus the non ones, and then you'll know, is it worth it or not. Okay, so let me show you how these plants are doing first. And I'm not gonna lie, I was a little concerned a couple of weeks after we initially potted them up, because not only could I see a difference, but it was actually going in the opposite way, and I was just like, this is completely backwards. The ones without the fungi appear to have been growing a little bit stronger than the other ones, not major, but look at the turnaround now. These have been grown exactly the same as each other. So these are the non-mycorrhizal fungi pepper plants, and then this is one that's had it. Look at that. Like I said, the only difference in this is this one had the mycorrhizal fungi put in it. This one did not. So that's the pepper plants. And it's all of them like that. I grew these trays side by side in the greenhouse so that they would have no differences in weather, anything like that. We did have some bugs get into them, you can kind of tell, but it's still not that. Now the eggplant, not a huge difference. They're about the same. Like I said, the true tell will be once we plant these in the ground and see how they produce, because one may just really take off once they get in the ground, because right now these should have already been planted in the garden, but with us gone and everything for Kimberly's surgery, we're behind. They're probably a little bit root bound. We're going to try to work that out. Definitely know they are, because their roots are coming out the bottom. But these are the tomato. This is the mycorrhizal fungi. This is the other one. I mean, look at the difference in that. It's a lot thicker. It just looks better, and this one's a little pale. We've got another one though, because if you remember, I did 3 of each one of the non-mycorrhizal and 6 of the ones that had it. So that's the difference on those. We're fixing to get these planted. We're going to show you how we plant some of our plants, and then show you what else we have going on in the garden, because we have been busy and it's crazy. And then I'll get to telling you about our new business partners. Okay, before we get started, I'm just going to go over a few tools of the trade that we like to use sometimes. We've got this stand-in plant, which if the tomato plants were not so big, it would work really great. We may use this on either some of the pepper plants or maybe the egg plants. We'll see how that goes, but it's as big as these are, this is not going to work out today. I also have, I bought this years ago, a tiny little set of hole diggers, post hole diggers, however you want to call them. I'm not sure how good they're going to work. If they'll work, we're going to try with that, and if not, we're just going to go back to the old trusty broken hoe end, because we had some little shovels and stuff, but over the years they've gotten broken and lost, and so we're just going to go back to this if we have to, because this dirt is really loose and it should be easy enough to do. But we're going to try this first. Okay, so we're just going to go right here by the end of the panel on this one. This is working out okay. It's taking way too long. So the post hole digger was taking way too long, so we're just going to get nasty and use the end of the hoe and get these things done. So what we're going to do first is plant the 3 plants that don't have the mycorrhizal fungi, because we're going to use it on all the others, and we'll be able to know which ones are which. So this is part of our trial. We're going to just dig this hoe out, like I said, as big as these are. we're gonna plant them kind of deep, or try. On some of the others, if they're flimsy enough, what I like to do is plant them sideways and then just bend the end up, but these are a little too stalky for that. Like I said, you can see the root form there. Do you want to take one of these a little bit closer and show them? Here, go show them that root ball, and then you can show them the one of the mycorrhizal stuff later. So see all the roots, really good root system on this, a little bit root bound, not terrible, but we'll see how the other ones are. But we're just going to break this up a little bit and then plant it down. I normally like to go deep enough to plant it up to the bottom set of leaves. Like I said, these are a little too big and stocky that it's not going to work out, but it'll be fine. And we're doing these on about 16-inch spacing, and the main reason is because it's just easy to keep up with the bars, and we can get more in that way rather than doing it
There's only a few roots keeping you
farther apart. Yeah, we'll take those. We'll put the tag in a minute. But yeah, we're just going to dig these down. Like I said, just make sure that we plant it deeper than what the root ball was, because all these stems that are underground, and as they get wet, they will actually form roots, and it'll make you a stronger plant once that happens. So that's why we like to do that right here, if you want to dig that down. We got a little bit of rain the other day, so it made it where it's not quite as easy to work as what it was the other day whenever I was working out here. Here, let me get this one and you get the next one. Okay, you got that one? We'll put the tag up top. We're just going to kind of break the roots up a little bit, stick it down in here, cover it up. And this soil right here is really fertile and good, so sometimes I'll put fertilizer in the bottom of them, but on these I'm just not fooling with it, because like I said, I want to grow all these the same and just check the difference between the mycorrhizal fungi. Okay, yeah, so which that one's a little dry if you want to go up and show them on the camera, but if you look closely you can see all the real hair-like roots. It's a lot stronger root system than what the other one had, so I think that's going to contribute to the plants being so much bigger than what the other ones were, and hopefully we'll be able to see a difference in the harvest too. And I meant to get another shovel, little hand shovel at Walmart when we were there earlier, but I forgot. So we're just gonna make do with what we have. But it won't be too bad doing this, because like I said, once we get to the other ones, I may use the stand and plant just to get things done. So just remember, the first three are the ones that are the non-mycorrhizal, and everything else is the ones with. Oh, I made a big mistake. Will you go grab that bag of mycorrhizal fungi off the gator? Because one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and dust the roots again with this.
Oh, tiny spoon.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to deal with right now. But I'm just going to sprinkle some all over the roots again and plant it, because that way it'll get into our garden soil too. So hopefully we'll notice a difference. Like I said, I missed it on that one, but at least we'll have it on the others. Okay, so that's our trial of the mycorrhizal fungi on the tomato plants. One thing I didn't mention on this one is this is the rainbow mix tomatoes. So we're going to finish out this row with more of those that we have in 6-packs instead of these big ones. It's not part of the trial, just to finish out this row, and then we're going to put some more cherry tomatoes on another row, and then we'll get to the other ones to see how they're doing. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. Look at this stem, and you can see right here the little roots forming on it. That's just where it's been moist from laying over whenever I was watering them. So that's what these stems will do is if you plant your tomatoes deep, it'll make this whole stem with a bunch of roots, and it'll actually help your plant grow a lot better. Okay, so here's the non-mycorrhizal. Here's the one with, like I said, you can see the plant difference, which the other ones are quite a bit bigger than this. Is one of the smaller ones that we did, but I wanted to look at the root balls before we got started on this. This is the jalapeno peppers, so that's how their roots look. It looks pretty good. Like I said, all big white ones. So now let's see how this other one looks. To me, those look about the same. Can't really tell a whole lot on that one. Let me grab out one of these bigger ones. Okay, now I would say that one has quite a bit more, so maybe that one was just a fluke. Okay, so we're going to plant the non-mycorrhizal ones first on the end so that we can keep up with them, and then we're going to plant the other ones after that. And these are probably about 18 inches apart, I think. No, I think I can just do these by hand since they're not big like the tomatoes. Yeah, I'm just lining them up with the ones across the way from them. Kind of with that row. Hoping now if these get in the ground, they'll green up some because these are kind of pale. Okay, we'll have to be careful because I put these rows closer together, and so I kind of got into my other one. So here, let me do this. Let me go through. Abs, you'll sprinkle this stuff on them once I set them down. But I'll set these where they should go, about. Like I said, if I had a shovel, it would help a lot more.
Yeah.
Because then we could just dig straight down. No exact science to these. I'm just kind of laying them out roughly how these, because these I kind of measured with the handle of a digging tool, but not really. But yeah, once you get those, we'll skip, and then we're going to put a different kind of pepper after that. But yeah, is on those, if you'll dig the hole a little bit deeper, you can go a little bit up on the stem, but don't bury them like we did the tomatoes, not that deep. I was going to try the stand and plant on these, but as small as they are, I don't think it would work very good. These are habaneros here. Don't really know why I planted them, just had the seed because none of us really like hot stuff. Maybe we can make some hot sauce out of them or something. Last but not least is the eggplant. This is the one that did not have the mycorrhizal. Will you hold this for me? Thank you. So you can see it compared to one that did. Big difference. So this is the one that did not.
Still looks pretty good.
Yep, still has a good root system. Not anything crazy. So let's see how the other one is. Oh yeah, you can tell a huge difference.
Wow.
Let's do a side by side on this one. Okay, so look at the difference in that. And then I'll turn it around just so you can see it's not just one side that's like that. The whole thing is like that. So that's the one without. This is the one with. So we're going to get these planted, and we'll use the stand and plant to get the other eggplants I have over there planted, and we'll see how it goes. So we're going to do the same on this one and put the ones that are not mycorrhizal on the end so it's easy to keep up with, and the ones that are, we'll put on the other end. I did skip one row here because I've got some more hot peppers that aren't quite ready to put out yet, and that way all of our peppers will be together. And I'm going to rig up some sort of trellising system for them. I don't really know what yet, but I'm going to do something. And I don't know, I'm probably going to just eyeball these about the same as the peppers. They may be a little bit more, maybe a little less, who knows. Oh, ants. I knew I got ants on me somewhere. There's ants on that tray. It's not like fire ants. Good grief. Get these off. I'm going to chunk that thing. Okay, yeah, this one looks pretty sad, but somehow he was missing the water because it is dry. Here, put some more stuff on it. Abs, I'll go ahead and take them out of the pots, and you can just sprinkle the stuff on them where they lay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all of these are dry for some reason. I guess the way they were sitting, they just weren't getting the water whenever I was watering them, or not very well. Okay, so that's that. I may end up having to till back down that row before we plant in it, since we've all trampled in it a little bit, including me. This would work a lot better if it actually closed back. I just don't have any WD-40 with us down here. Haven't really used it this season. Now that I remember, I had to do that last year too.
I mean, it's still working good.
As long as I close it by hand.
Yeah, but it's still working good.
Still beats having to crawl around on the ground though.
Take another like 20 minutes. Digging all the holes.
But you like digging holes.
No, but it would take a long time. Two more. One after this.
Okay. Okay, so let me show you what we got done, and then I'll get into who our new business partners are. So, this is what we have here. We have a row of eggplant, which has, I think, 24 in it. We have 3 rows of hot peppers here, different kinds. I think there's about 72 plants there, and then we have 3 rows of tomatoes, which also have 72 plants in them total. We've got the rainbow mix here. We've got some Romas here with some cherries on the end, and then we got Better Boy here for a good slicing tomato. But this is what I really want to show you. Check out these potato plants. Is this not wild? Here, y'all go stand beside these things, see how tall those are. This is crazy. We have never had a stand of potatoes do this well. Like I said, we had some naysayers about planting the whole potatoes instead of cutting them up. Yeah, we could have got more, but I think planting them whole like this gave them more feed to get started early, and they have really taken off, because before we went to Baltimore, which was 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago now, they were just barely tall enough that it was just not quite tall enough for me to heal them up. And so I didn't get it done. And when we got back, they were about this big. I mean, maybe a little bit shorter, but they're so big I couldn't get the tractor down to heal them up. So we're just going to let them go how they are and see what happens. But I think we're going to have a good crop, and they're actually starting to bloom too. See those blooms there?
These are really pretty.
Yep. Yeah, so they're starting to bloom. Like I said, we've got 3 different kinds. I'd have to go back on the video to look and remember what order we planted them in. We are starting to have a problem with some potato bugs. I think that's what those are, yeah. And so there's not very many, and the leaves don't look too bad, but there are some. So I'm glad to figure out what we need to do about that, or if it's close enough that it's not going to be a big deal. Because like I said, there's not tons of them, so I'd like to get them taken care of before they are a problem and they eat them all up, because right now those plants look beautiful. What we decided to do on the pepper plants, I've got one more row I'm going to plant because I have some more Tabasco peppers and stuff that are not quite ready yet. But we're doing all the hot peppers down here, and we're going to do the sweet peppers up on the garden by the little greenhouse. Main reason for that is just to make sure that they're not anywhere near each other. I know that they say that like one pepper can't make the other hot, but what is changed inside the genetics is actually in the seed. And I'd have to do more research, but I know that we have planted some before and the pepper was not hot, but the seeds inside it were. And like some things, it doesn't really matter, like where you cut the seeds out, but for instance, if you have like banana pepper, something like that, where you just eat them whole, the seeds are still in them. And it could have been just a fluke that year, but I just don't want to take a chance. Since we have the space to separate them, that's what we wanted to do. So that's where we are on the garden. That's where we're going to call it quits on that for now. We're going to take you over here and let you see Teddy, and then I'll tell you about our new business partners. Okay, so we're going to go out here, let you see Teddy. He's fine. Do what? Yeah, I know, they have big feet. Yeah, that's crazy, like dinosaur tracks. Come here, Teddy. Just watch for snakes as you go out there in case there are any.
Yeah, I'm scared.
Teddy! He is so sweet. But just check out how sweet this little boy is. What are you doing? I'm not trying to sneak up behind you. Come here.
He's like this. Okay, I think they're friends now.
Yep. Oh, come here, Teddy. I know we usually see you from the other end of the pen. Well, that didn't work out. Blizzard thinks you're calling him.
Teddy! Is your name Teddy? Huh? Can I hug you? Emu? No. Come here. You want a hug? I'll give you a hug. Put this in the garden.
Oh, look who's coming back. Come here, Teddy. I know there's a lot going on because Blizzard's usually not out here with us.
Dude, you're gonna get kicked in the face.
They're all attacking us.
Ew, they're so scary.
Hopefully they don't knock over my phone. Come here, Teddy.
Oh.
Hey, buddy. Blizzard, that's fine. Just leave. He'll get used to him. Yeah, I don't have any feed for you right now, buddy. What are you doing, Emu? We came to see little Teddy. Hey, buddy. Move, Emus.
It's like it's a little archway.
Yeah. Oh. What in this world?
What was that?
I don't know.
Blizzard!
Oh. Nope, Blizzard, come here.
I'm just Lizzie boy.
Okay, well, they say the emus are protectors and... Nope, go Blizzard, go.
Run, Blizzard, run!
Oh, goodness. Hopefully they stop. Oh, no. They're gonna get out. Nope, no, they're getting out. Go back. Check him, make sure he's okay. I was not expecting Spice, it's fine. Is his back end okay? Because that's what he was looking at. Oh, goodness. Huh? I am glad I left the gate unlatched where he could push through it because those emus were piling up on him. Don't know how much that you could actually see, but I wasn't sure what I was actually going to do if I got down here to them anyhow, because if they're trying to attack or protect, there's not a whole lot you can do. But I wasn't expecting that because Blizzard's been around them, just not out in the pen with them. And I guess whenever he got a little too close, they didn't like it. And so that lets me know that if coyotes get in here, they're probably going to do some pretty good protecting for the other animals. As long as the coyotes don't get them. But that kind of cut our little trip with Teddy short. We may try to catch him again at feeding time a little later. But let me set up over here and tell you about our new business proposition. Okay, so like I said, with Kimberly down, taking care of the farm is just way too much. And so we got to thinking and doing some talking. We're like, we need to bring in some business partners. Some people that we can trust to help take care of things. If we need to go somewhere, they can handle it. And so this is who we decided to bring in. Abby and Izzy. So what really happened is while Kimberly and I were in Baltimore, there's a lot of time when you're sitting in the hospital, just scroll and be looking at stuff. And I actually came across a page that was kind of talking about, it's like some parenting advice, just business advice and stuff like that. And it was like how to deal with things. And he had a lot of good ideas. Didn't agree with everything he said. But one thing is like, not paying allowances, stuff like that. We don't do allowances. If they need stuff, we'll get it when they need it. They can do extra jobs to earn money, but it's not like something where they just get paid to basically live there. And we have some jobs that are the cost of being part of the family. They want to have animals and stuff, so yeah, they have to take care of the chickens and stuff and all that, and that's part of them paying for their feed supply and stuff like that, because we take care of that. But one thing it was talking about is giving them something where they're invested in it, where they've got skin in the game. And so we decided to do that with the garden and stuff. A lot of this we'll be putting up, but we should have, if everything will produce, we should have where we will have a bountiful harvest where we can sell some. And I told them, I was like, hey, y'all help out in the garden, work and all that, and help us sell it and stuff like that. I was like, we'll bring y'all in on a percentage rate where whatever the sales are, they're going to get a certain percentage. We're not going to say what that is, but with that, it gives them a sense of pride, because they know if they work harder, do better, and we have a better harvest, then they'll make more money, versus where we just say, okay, if you work like this, we're just going to pay you X number of dollars per hour or so much per job. Because that's one thing, the mentality we want to get them out of is not counting time for money. Because that's, whenever you're trying to build family wealth and stuff like that, it's not the hourly rates or hourly wages that are going to get you there. It's the stuff where it's making money without you having to invest more time in it. It'll make money while you're sleeping, things like that. And that's what we want to try to build them, build their entrepreneurship, and hopefully make it where one day they'll have the business sense and everything. When they get ready to go out and start something of their own, they'll be able to do that, and they'll already have experience doing that. They were interested in doing it. We're not forcing them to, because I was like, hey, if you don't want to, that's fine. I was like, we may still do it where, I mean, they're still going to have chores and stuff to do, and they'll have to help out in the garden and things like that when it's time. But where if it's something we were going to pay them for it, like just for the job, versus where they could actually have a chance to make a decent amount of money if they get out there and work hard. And it also takes some stress off me, because there's tons of time, even us as adults, you just don't feel like going out and doing anything. And so like, you're like, man, I don't like the yard needs, I don't feel like doing that now. I need to go weed the garden. Don't feel like doing that now. And so it's not just kids that feel that way, but by them having a sense of getting to feel like they're part of it and they're actually in it with you, then it helps with that mentality too. And so I think that'll help make it where even when they're not quite feeling like it, they're going to be thinking, man, I got to get out there or I'm not going to make any money. Because that's the thing, is all of this is a risk or a gamble. I mean, there's no guarantee that you're going to have that. And I get that for a kid, some people may be like, well, that's kind of harsh. But I mean, that's the reality of things. And we want them to know how the world really is once they get out there and try it for themselves. I mean, it's not everything's a participation trophy. I mean, because that's what the world we've grown up with here lately is, just because you participated that you get a trophy just like the winner. I mean, it's not it. You got to put in the hard work to get what you want out of life, and farming's a lot of hard work, and I think it's going to build a lot of character. I know growing up, whenever we'd work on a farm, my dad, it was similar, but what it was is there were some years that we would work through the summer and he would give us a calf as our payment. Calves weren't worth as much back then as they are now. So we'd work all summer long or all year long, and then we get to pick out either a heifer or a steer or something off of what he had, and we could either raise it out to have a mama cow that would produce us calves over the years where we'd get a return on our investment for years to come. Or if you wanted the quick dollar and the quick way out, you could pick a bull calf, go sell it, and have your money right away. But like I said, it's all about investing for the future, because you can spend the dollar now and it's fun, but it's a whole lot nicer when you can get yourself in a position where you don't have to worry about where your next dollar is coming from. We're not quite there yet, but hopefully eventually we will get there. Like I said, it just takes time and you got to build on it. And I'm just glad that they enjoy farming and stuff as much as they do and are as big of a help. Because like I said, while we were gone, my mom and the two of them took care of everything, and they did phenomenal. So proud to have y'all as our new business partners. Just hope that we have a good year. That way you can actually see some return on your work. That'd be bad, huh? Yeah. But no, that's what it is. Like I said, it's just kind of a play thing. 'Cause like I said, we're not bringing anybody outside in to help us or anything like that. We will manage. If it's something that comes down like that, where we would have to get in that position, we would just downsize. And we did do some downsizing before the surgery, but we still have more that we want to change around, downsize, and do. But right now, so far, it's been working out where it's manageable. The garden down below that we tarped all last year is phenomenal on not having trouble with weeds, anything like that. They're a little worse up here. And this new spot that I just tilled up where the pigs were, that's going to take some work because there's still, every time I till, more rocks come up. I've dug out rocks, and eventually I think this time we're just going to take out what's on top. I'm not going to till it anymore. And we'll plant what we can this year, and then whenever we work it up, we're going to tarp it. And then maybe next year we can get the rest of them out and get it where it works out, and hopefully get it where it's a no-till operation soon. But we've still got to go take care of chores and stuff like that, so I'm not sure if this is where this one's going to end, but if it is, we appreciate you watching, and we'll catch you next time on Grounds Family Farm. Bye.
Bye. Peace. Bye.